Back on the John Fredericks Radio Network. Joining me now, Coach Scott Wach. I'm head coach football. VMI Keydets took it on the chin last week. They're 4-6 on the season. Furman, probably one of the best teams they've played. What a prolific offense they had. Listening to the entire game, was not there, but VMI showed some life early. But wow, just too many weapons. Hey, Coach, great to have you with us.
It's great to be on, John.
Hey, that Furman team is tough, man.
Yeah, that's why they're in the top 10 in the nation. They really are a good football team. They're well coached, and I thought we had a chance to keep the game close. We had to score. It was a tight game in the first half, and we had a leaping over the shield penalty, the second time that we've had that, our punt block return team. And really, when you look at the film after the game, our young man was just trying to split the shield, which was legal, and their guy bent down and flipped us over, and all the officials saw was the tail end of the play. Mm-hmm. And, we're just not a good enough team to give an offense as good as Furman's an extra possession, and they went down and scored and took a little bit of lead and the momentum into, halftime. And, we had a chance to come down and make it closer in the second half. We just threw an interception, in the end zone. And then, really we had a 4th down and 4 play with our second-team quarterback, Chance Newman, in the game that they had us. We had the perfect call versus cover 2, and Chance just didn't see it on that particular play. It could have got us down to cut the game down closer. But I like the effort of our team. It's a big improvement over how we played Furman last year. We were down 21-0 in the first quarter and never made it close. And then this one, it was 22-21 late in the first half, and really in the second half, we had some opportunities to make it close and, make it a 4-quarter game. We just didn't take advantage of them.
No, look, it was 22-21. They'd score, you guys would come back. They'd score, you guys would come back. And your offense and Udinski, as usual, look, Furman's a good team. It's probably, it probably seemed like one of the best teams you guys have played. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They've got a very diversified offense. So, these things are going to happen, but you got 4 wins on the season. Udinski did throw 2 interceptions, so his streak of like a million passes out of it. All good things come to an end, Coach. Right? Nobody's perfect. It had to happen. He had to throw an INT one of these days, right?
Well, he didn't have to, but the law.
Law of averages, Coach.
That way, yeah. And, again, we've done a lot this season. Over the last 35 years, VMI football team has only won 4 games or more 7 times. So
right.
We have done that already this season with an opportunity to play 2 more. Got a great challenge against Army, a 1 FBS opponent, Service Academy team down there at Mikey Stadium in a great venue. And then we finish up the SoCon schedule with UTC. And, if we're fortunate enough to come away with the win against UTC, it'd be the first time in 40 years a VMI team won 4 conference games. So a lot of big goals left on the horizon. That we've had a good week of preparation for Army. I appreciate the Lord bringing cold weather here so we could get ready for that game Saturday at noon.
Okay, so tell us about the experience. I want to, we'll talk football in the second, Coach. I want to talk a little bit about the experience of taking your football team, taking Keydet Nation, basically, Football Nation, up to West Point, to New York. I know when you did the Air Force Academy, you gave your boys a tour of the school, and of course you played there, so it was a little bit different. But tell us about the experience that you're going to have going to Army and playing another military academy. And Army this season, a really good team. They're gonna be a force in a bowl game somewhere. Just describe the experience, Coach.
We're going to be leaving Friday morning early and get up to Saddlebrook, New Jersey. It's the only place we could get a hotel, which is about 45 minutes to an hour away from the stadium. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get on West Point and tour post. So we'll get up early, eat breakfast, get on a bus at 7, bus up there. Probably take on a bus close to 8 hours to get there. We'll check in the hotel. We'll have a walkthrough, and then it's 12 o'clock kickoff. So you get up in the morning early, eat breakfast, and it's an hour drive up, and with the police escort. So, we're not going to have time to do a whole lot but go play the game, and then after the game you got to head back. So unfortunately, we're not going to get that time to see all the things that we got to see at Air Force. But I do think, being in that stadium right on the Hudson River, you got General Marshall's quote, I have an important mission, bring me a West Point football player to get it done. That's there. So there's a tie between VMI's greatest graduate, General Marshall, and the Army football team. And I think it'll be special for our kids to go play a team that is full of young men similar to them. 100% of the Army football team is going to go serve in the armed forces when they're graduated from there. And I think it'll be a great ball game with two teams that love football and will give everything they got for their brothers on the team.
How are you going to stop them?
That's a great question. They just scored 63 points, last week, and 500 yards rushing against UMass. So, they run a very similar offense to the Citadel. And so, Coach Clark, the defensive staff, and myself are, hey, do we use the Citadel game plan because we know what we're doing and we can build upon that? And so there's thoughts of doing that, but the negative on that is Army saw that on film. They'll have a plan for attacking it.
Right.
So do you scrap it and come up with something new? So, there's a mix of thoughts and ideas as we work there, but they got two really, really talented fullbacks. The number 25, Sandon McCoy, tough, hard-nosed, physical runner, 6 foot, 240 pounds. I like their quarterback, Jabari Laws, and they've been running that offense up there for a long time. Coach Montkin and Brent Davis have been running that style of attack. They know how to adjust to whatever you give them. So, you got to be solid. You got to take away the fullback. You got to take the quarterback. You got to take the pitch. You got to play the pass, and you got to play at or above Army's level of physicality, which is, it's really difficult to do because of all the option teams I've seen over the last, 4 or 5 years, when I put on their tape, they are the most physical at the point of attack with their O-line and fullback play.
Look, I think it's really exciting going up to Army, playing in the Hudson. Those of us that have had the opportunity to see a football game in that stadium, and I've done that in my lifetime twice. It's really cool. I mean, it's very exciting to be there and play another one of the academies. Look, it's going to be a tough game, but I love the fact that you got them on your schedule. I thought the same thing about when you went to Colorado Springs. What about the midshipmen? Do you have that lined up?
I hope not.
Come on, Coach.
Dr. Dials does our schedule, and we may have Navy on. I think it's a great game for VMI to go play. Army, Navy, Air Force. I think there's a lot of tradition to that.
Yes.
However, from my end, they're all option teams. They're all physical teams.
Right.
Army's got 166 players that are all scholarship players on a football team. I mean, when they put their seconds and thirds in, they're all older young men. I mean, it's a physical ball game for us to play. So, I would love to play them as the last game of the season, or if we had an open week after them. But because of the tradition and the pageantry there. But I honestly don't know if Navy's on the schedule in the future.
All right, so just for comparison, so that our audience knows, so Army has 166 100% full boat scholarships for their football team. Compare that to VMI.
Well, we're allowed by NCAA rule to have 63 scholarships divided amongst 85 players. And, at this time of year right now, we're at 59 young men on that are, 59 scholarships used, divided about between 61 players.
Right. So, I mean, just you can see the disparity there, the tremendous advantage you've got when you've got 166 scholarships versus 63. I mean, it's a huge difference. And so that's part of the reality, Coach, of what you have to deal with. But I'm excited for your team to go to play Army in their stadium. It's going to, regardless of how things turn out, I know you got a good game plan, but it's going to be a memory this squad is always going to have. And I'm really looking forward to the game. Kickoff noon, 12 o'clock. Kickoff noon, not 1. It's 12 o'clock at Army. And it's carried on the John Fredericks Radio Network, WLES AM 570 and 97.7 FM Richmond, and WMPH AM 1010 and 100.1 FM. Our pregame show will start at 11:30 a.m. with the voice of the Keydets, Wade Bremer. You can't beat that. Coach, good luck, safe travels, and we'll catch you Saturday at noon.
Awesome. Good luck with these impeachment hearings, man. It's keeping you busy, I know.
It's a clown show. Let me just tell you that. Coach, good luck. Good luck on Saturday. John Fredericks Radio Network.